I'm just gonna turn this upside down on my press. Turn it on my press like that, guys. And I'm just gonna put this thing and make sure it's straight and even. Make sure it's straight and even, guys. So when you're putting it in, and actually, guys, why I love this one, they make it like the factory. It's actually aftermarket, guys, but it's almost like the factory ones. It has a little groove right here, guys. It has a groove in here. You see that groove that goes right around? That's the guide. So you can't do it like this. It can't go down like that, and it can't go down like that. It has a groove where you put it, and it levels. Once you put it in the groove, it levels, guys. Down, and it goes down. See that, guys? It's going all the way down, guys. And that's why these press, guys, they're very solid. They're very solid. You could knock these things. They're like cast steel, and you could knock these things, and it still will make a difference, because these things are cast. They're heavy duty, and you just keep on knocking it down, guys. And like I said, you don't want to knock the edges of these, guys. You don't want to knock the edge. Don't ever put your hammer on the edge and try to knock it edge, because that's why they make these installers. And what I did it the fast way and an easy way, a fast way and an easy way, and also it has a stop, so it can't go any further when you do that. And I did it the fast way because I could have done it the other way, where I could put my purse on here and you turn it up like that, guys. When you turn it up like that, you knock it down with a hammer, a bolt, whatever you choose to, and it will knock out, as long as you remove the pin. And you know, if you have a little grease, the grease will also make it easier to go in. If you don't have no grease, all you have to do is just clean up the inside of your area if it's a little bit crowded or a little bit rust or anything like that. And don't forget your pin, and this is the hardest part, guys. This is the hardest part, to put the pin back in. I'm just gonna use the bigger screwdriver to wedge it, give me a little bit more breathing room there. And just gonna put my bird beak pliers in this one right here so it doesn't spin, because it's spinning on me. So I'm just gonna do like that, and then I'm just gonna try to force it over. Just like that. Moving a little bit on me, guys, but that's okay, because I have to get it around anyway. And there you go, guys. There you go. That's how easy it is, guys. That's how easy it is. But you want to make sure you get a screwdriver, and I'm just showing you an easy do-it-yourself way. An easy do-it-yourself way. You put your screwdriver in here and you wedge it. You catch your first end. The first end here, guys, this first end, there's a gap like this one. It has a gap on both sides, so you catch one of the gap underneath here, because it has a round gap, goes all the way around, so the pin sits in it. You catch the front one first, and once you catch the front one, you use your screwdriver, guys, to wedge the back of it, that it doesn't come out. And you have a bird beak pliers. You got a bird beak pliers that's small enough to go in the hole, and all you have to do is just start working it from the back. You work it from the back, work it from the back, work it from the back all the way to the front. If you start working it from the front, it's not gonna go in. You have to prise the back out and let the back goes out. And once the back goes out, you take a screwdriver and you take your time and you work it in. Alright, once you work it in, guys, what you want to do, don't forget you have to turn it. You have to turn it around that it goes all the way back to the back. Because this is where remember that's the access point that you access it from when you're taking it off. So you have to make sure it goes all the way back around and sit back into the direct groove. And I'm just gonna use my screwdriver and bring it all the way back around, just like that, and it stays into the direct groove. You check these little parts to make sure these little parts are okay. Alright guys, now that we finished installing the lower ball joint and put the clip back in and everything, I'm just going to show you real quick on how to put this thing back together, guys. Before you start putting anything back together, you got to remember that you have your back plate to put on with 3 10mm bolts in. Once you put your bolts in, I grab your 10mm socket and tighten them up. Now that's done, guys. First thing first, what you want to do, guys, what you want to do, you want to come and you want to go ahead and you want to get your get your ball joint in first. You're not gonna bolt it down, but you're just gonna put it in, and you're just gonna get your bolt and you're just gonna catch the bottom of it. And alright guys, so now that I put the back plate back in, the back plate back on, and I showed you the proper way to put it on, there's a right and a wrong. What you want to do, you want to go ahead and catch your CV axle, guys, before you even start putting back these bolts in. You want to go ahead and you want to catch your CV axle. Alright, so just gently feel, guys, and you catch your CV axle. Once you catch your CV axle like that, put your bolt on it, and you're not gonna pull your bolt all the way down, guys. It's just a little guide, so your CV axle doesn't move. If you can get it as far down with your hand as possible, that would have been great. Alright, so now that you get that in, guys, the next thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and just put the bolt in at the same time. So what I do, I just like to come like this, guys, and you know, because I'm working by myself. If I was working with somebody, then alright, I just like to do that. And because it's so much easier when you catch your bolts here and catch your outer tie rod at the same time. It's so much easier, because this thing is hard to turn by yourself if you don't have someone in the car to help you. It's very difficult to do. What you want to do, you're not knocking it hard, guys. You're just taking your time as you go along. And you gotta remember that your CV axle is right here, so you don't want to jack it up too much. You just want to jack it up in a way that you can maneuver it and catch your hole. Because you gotta remember that your boot is back here, so if you jack it up too high, guys, it's gonna damage. The beauty of it is just to catch one bolt, guys, and the bolt that I want to catch is the middle bolt, is the bottom bolt, because once I catch the bottom bolt right there, I'm okay. All right, and that's an easy way for you to do it. And then when you catch the bottom bolt, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if you can catch the top bolt as well. Like that, guys. Just like that. Just like that, guys. Alright. That's the 2 bolts right there down, guys. And once that is down, it makes life so much easier for you, because now you can spin this anyhow you want it, and you can just drop your tie rod back in just like that, guys. Just like that. Simple, easy, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's how you catch your all your bolts, guys. And I'm just gonna show you real quick how you catch these. And these are these bolts, guys, for your struts. These bolts are 21 millimeter bolts, as you can remember. Some people like to go like 110 pounds on them, but I like to go with the torque spec, because the way they make these struts for these 2009-2010 Dodge Journey, it has alignment, and if you don't put the bolt in right and align and do the proper alignment, it's not gonna it's gonna start shaking and jerking on you. So I'm just gonna go ahead real quick, guys, and I'm just gonna bolt these down. For the outer tie rod is 85 foot-pounds, and for the lower ball joint is 95 foot-pounds. So you got to remember the difference. One is 95 foot-pounds for the lower ball joint, and for the outer tie rod is 85 foot-pounds. So I have those on. I'm going to tighten them up, go ahead and torque them. You want to remember to put back your speed sensor back in and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do that before I start putting on the rest of the stuff. So I'm just gonna torque this to 95 foot-pounds, 85 foot-pounds for the outer tie rod, and for your nut and bolt for your strut, your strut cleavers to knuckle nuts, they're 140 foot-pounds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start torquing them down, guys. Alright, guys, so first thing first, I'm gonna catch my my outer tie rod, and I'm gonna tighten. And it's spinning on me, guys. So one of the trick that I learned, and why I like these tie rods, I'm going to show you real quick, because I'm trying to tighten it up right now, but it's spinning on me. There's 2 ways I can do it. I can put my I can put a pliers in here, but normally when people do that, it damages their outer tie rod, unless the tie rod comes with a sometimes some of them comes with a gap that you can put a winch in it and hold it, so you can screw the bottom. But if that doesn't happen, I'm going to show you another way you can do it, guys. Alright, guys, so what I did, like I told you, this is an 18 millimeter bolt. So what I did, guys, I grabbed my 18 millimeter socket, and I grabbed my my 3/8 socket as well, and I just use my 3/8 socket to hold it like that, and I just just keep going around, and that's an easy way how you do. If you're ever trying to tighten back up your outer tie rod, guys, and your outer tie rod is spinning on you, don't attempt to use a vice grip or a pliers to hold the upper part where the booth is, because eventually it's gonna damage that booth, and I see it happen so many times, guys. And all you need to do is just this, guys. You see that? How easy that was, guys? How easy that was. And that's how you tighten up. You tighten it up, guys. That's how you tighten up your outer tie rod. You use an 18mm socket, and you can get a 5/8. You can get a 5/8 socket, or you can get a 5/8. You can get a 5/8 wrench. You can get a 5/8 socket. You know, whatever can hold the bottom part. If you want, you can even use a vice grip or a pliers to just hold it, so you can have enough room to tighten it up. But like I said, they make these the outer control arms, and that's why I like the factory ones, the ones that originally comes with the vehicle, because they make it down here that you can actually put a winch on it, a 5/8 winch, or you know, whatever fits down there, and you can hold it, and then you can use the 18mm to tighten it up. And you can't do that for your ball joint, because your ball joint doesn't carry this little piece down here that can hold that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna tighten up my ball joint. And as you can see, I have the jack underneath it, because when you're tightening up this ball joint, you want to put the jack up underneath it, and you want to tighten up your ball joint and make sure it goes up and goes up even. Because if your lower control arm is dropped, guys, and you tighten it up, your ball joint, your lower ball joint, it's gonna have a lot of problem. It's gonna be tight, so you want to jack it up. And when you jack it up, guys, you want to make sure it's jacked up and it's tightened into place. And remember, you want to just go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to torque those two, guys. And once I've done torque those two, I'm gonna finish putting on the rest of stuff. Alright, so a ball joint, I already set my my torque wrench to 85 foot-pounds, and like I said, when you're torquing it, and you don't want to over torque this thing either, guys. You don't want to over torque it. You want to make sure it's at the right torque spec. Okay. Just go ahead and go do 95 foot for this one. Ball joint. Let's step down. I need a deep socket for that. Alright guys, so that's it. Just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna torque these for Okay, that's it guys. Okay, that's it. Alright, now that is done guys, before you even start to attempt to put back anything on guys, you want to grab your sensor, and you just want to go ahead and just clean your sensor off and make sure it's nice and clean before you put it back in. And you just want to go and take your bolt out like I showed you to. And I'm going to change this bolt because this bolt was a little bit rusty. I don't like rusty bolt going into my thing, so I'm just gonna go get another bolt that look like this guys. Alright guys, so now I went and found me another bolt, 10mm, same as this, and I'm just gonna screw it down. I'm just gonna bolt it down. I'm just gonna grab my 10mm socket, put it on, and I'm just gonna gently guide it down. Okay, and once this stop, I'm going no further with that, and I'm just going to put my little plastic piece right back here, back into place, just like that. Alright guys, so now that I have all that tightened up and everything, I'm just going to go ahead. I went ahead and I put my rotor on. I put my rotor back on like the way it came. The original where I took it off, it had this brake pad mark right here. Not this necessary, but I like to do that. And what I like to do is just come and try to catch one of my lug nut, so my rotor doesn't move. And then I'm gonna tighten it all the way down. I'm just doing that. So once I do that, my rotor doesn't shift on me that much, and I can go ahead and I can start tightening down my bolts. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab my my socket. I'm just gonna grab my power gun. As I'm gonna go grab my my caliper from over here, take my my wire hanger, and I'm just gonna put my caliper back on, because my caliper will help me to hold this from turning. And, one of my brake pads fell out, and I'm just gonna drop it back into place. Drop my brake caliper back. Like I said, this don't need no adjustment guys, because you didn't take the brake or anything out, you just took the whole caliper off, so it doesn't need much adjustment. All you gotta do is just slide it right back on, just the way you took it off. Just like that guys. And you grab your bolts and you try to line up your bolts. That's one bolt in guys. Grab the next one, try to line it up. Socket, a winch, and I'm just gonna bolt these down. These bolts back here, guys, they're 61 foot-pounds for your caliper bolts. 61 to 65 foot-pounds on them. And that's for the 2 bolts that's all your caliper. Now that it's done, let me see if I can turn it with my hand. No, I can't. I want to make way that my thing can go in. So I'm just gonna release my jack. Here. That will give me some turn. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I turned my steering wheel to the left just to give me enough space that my torque wrench can get into it, and I'm just gonna go back down and just go back to 61 foot-pounds. Guys, right here, and I'm just gonna torque these up. Okay, isn't that bad? Top maybe. Okay, that's 61 foot-pounds, guys, and that's it. All right, now I'm gonna straighten up my wheel again. So I can alright guys, so now that my wheel is all straightened up again, now I have access to my bolt, and I believe it has to be from here. Yep. This nut right here for your CV axle. Okay guys, so now that I have my bolt all bolted down and everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna torque it. But before I can torque it, I'm gonna get a screwdriver and I'm gonna put right in between my rotor and my caliper to hold it, that it doesn't go further up, and then I'm just gonna torque it. And that's already torqued, and that's how you tighten up your bolt for your CV axle bolt, and you get it to torque. In order for you to torque it, you have to make sure that your caliper is back on, and you have just a little screwdriver, you know, strong enough that it can go into the hole, and it's not bending or anything, because once it's bent, it's going to be hard to come out, and then you have to take your caliper off. So you want to make sure you put a screwdriver that is strong enough to hold the perch. So now that I showed you how to change your lower ball joint I showed you how to take it off, how to get to it, how to disconnect all your brake calipers, your rotors, and your struts, and everything, and how to take it off. And you don't want to attempt to uninstall and install your ball joint while everything is still connected, because you can damage so many things. You can damage especially your CV accident. That's one of the main thing you can damage, so you don't want to attempt to take it out. You know, I see there's many ways that you can take it out, but I showed you the proper and easier way to get it out. You know, it's your boy African 50 again with another beautiful video, and I'm hoping that this is inspirational and educational, and you guys learned something from your boy African 50 today. You know, please go to my channel, please subscribe as usual, please share and like, comment, you know, and you know, keep your you know, your subscription, keep your boy going. So, you know, like I always says, until next time, walk good.
African 50